What's going on, YouTube world? This is your guy, your internet brother, your internet friend, Sealz the man. Thank you for coming back again. Truly appreciate it. Today, what I'm gonna talk about are the power of words. If y'all haven't watched my last video where I talked about 5 simple words that intentional and serious men love to hear from their woman, make sure y'all go check that out right after this video, because this video is the opposite of that. Part 2 of that. Yes, you guessed it. I'm going to give y'all 5 simple words that serious men, intentional men hate to hear from their woman. So once again, if you haven't checked that video out, check that video out right after. It should be up here. And you know how YouTubers be like, yeah, it's right here somewhere. Make sure you check that out. Before I give you the first one, please hit that subscribe button below. Hit that like button and let me know in the comment section below what you think and how you feel about these words as well. If your man has ever told you about yourself after saying any of these words. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna give y'all the first one, and the first one is actually an acronym. It is a popular term, especially in today's generation of communication, and that is LOL. The infamous LOL. You see, LOL isn't always a bad word. Like, no, don't get me wrong. It is bad when it's used badly, or better off, it's bad when it's used by a person who truly ain't rocking with you, who truly don't want you. And that is why intentional and serious men hate to hear this. Now let me explain. When a man who is intentional with you and is being fully expressive with you, having and initiating conversations with you, trying to get to know you better, single words like LOL, especially in messages and texts, does not help. Just think about it. Someone giving you a whole paragraph, or just, giving you good conversation, showing effort, and then you hit them off with an LOL and nothing after it. Like just LOL. Serious men hate that. For one, you're not laughing out loud, because that's what it stands for. LOL, laughing out loud. You're not even laughing, most likely. And 2, I call it a dead end word. When you give someone an LOL and nothing after, many people do not know how to respond to that, because it is such a dead end word. It gives no value to the conversation. Now, it brings value to conversations when there's an addition to it, like when you say LOL and then continue with a conversation, because now that LOL is giving a tone. It is showing that you are enjoying me. It is showing that you are enjoying this conversation that we're having. It is almost like a cherry on top of a cake or a cupcake. Like literally, it is the cherry, because think about it. The cupcake is the main entree. That's the main thing that you want. And when it comes to conversations, the cupcake represents the conversation and the flow of conversation. The LOL is the cherry, just like the cherry that you put on a cupcake. It doesn't give the total value and the total sense of what a cupcake brings to you, but it adds to the cupcake. That LOL adds to the conversation. But the cherry by itself, I don't want no cherry, I want the cupcake. The LOL by itself, I don't want the LOL, I want the conversation. You feel me? So a LOL is a no-no when it comes to men who are serious about you, who are seriously trying to get to know you, because it is a dead end word. The next word that serious and intentional men hate to hear is the word but. No, I'm not talking about B-U-T-T. I'm not talking about but. I'm talking about but, B-U-T. Now let me explain why. The worst thing you can do is add a but to the end of an apology. I'm sorry, but, I apologize, but don't do that, because it shows that you have no accountability. I always say, anytime you put the but at the end of an apology, that apology is now null and void. I don't even want to hear it. I don't take your apology seriously now. Anything after but, it's one ear out the other. But is just showing that you want to give your last word. It shows that you have no accountability. It shows that you aren't really that sorry. It shows that you are trying to dominate or overtake. It's showing all negative vibes. And you know what? I don't like to just preach on to people. I don't like to tell people what to do. I tell you these things because I've been through these things. One of the hardest things in my personal development and in me getting better with communication was eliminating the word but, taking it out of all of my apologies. Like literally taking but out of most of my communication, because I know the bad vibes, or I was taught and learned the bad vibes that but gives. It was hard though. It was hard for me. But I realized and I learned when I took but out and I really apologized to people and I gave sincere sorries to people, it mattered. It was real, because I said, I'm sorry, period. I'm apologize for what I did, period. I took full accountability of what I was sorry for. There was no but. Even if I felt like there was a but in my mind, even if I felt like I was right, I let it go because I want peace. I have a better motive for us. That's why I apologize. Buts can go. I like no buts and I cannot lie. The third word that intentional and serious men do not like to hear from their woman is nah. I'm talking N-A-H, nah. You see, the word nah is the cousin to the word no. They are related, but they are not the same. Now let me explain why. Words give off energy. It's almost as if words can give off temperature, right? The word no is strong, it's solid, unbreakable. That thing's no is no. Whether you like it or you don't, no means no. So that gives off a stern vibe, but a serious vibe. And it is what it is with that word. But when it comes to nah, you see, nah gives off different vibes. It gives off different energies. When you say nah to someone, it can give off lethargic vibes. It can give off non-caring vibes. It can give off lazy vibes. The word nah can even give off sarcasm vibes. Nah is not as serious as the word no, especially in certain situations. This is not always the case with using the word nah, but in specific situations. When it comes to intentional and serious men, they are mature enough or should be mature enough to want it straight. They want whatever you want to tell them straight. And that is why the word no means so much to serious and intentional men. And I talked about that in my part 1 video, so make sure y'all check that out once again. Because what I also believe with nah is that it is related to the word nah and they're related in my eyes because they give off similar vibes. And I want y'all to think about this. The difference between how you feel when you're having a serious conversation with someone, they say nah. And men who are intentional and serious about you do not want to feel when it comes to you. The next word that intentional and serious men hate to hear from their woman is the word okay. Once again, this word has many layers, has many utilizations. But specifically in this situation, it could be a detriment. Now let me explain. This guy, he's serious about you, he's intentional about you, right? And he asks you out. He wants to take you somewhere. And you say, okay. You saying okay is not as strong as you saying yes. I would love to. Heck yeah, let's go. Because the word okay, once again, giving off a certain vibe, certain energy that men look for, serious men look for, intentional men look for when they are trying to get with you. The word okay gives off, I guess, sure. The word okay can give off unsure vibes. It can give off giving up vibes. It can give off, I guess, vibes. And if a man feels that from your language, it feels like to him that you don't really want to do this. Or it shows that you're not really serious about this plan or whatever y'all trying to do. Like you're almost settling for this. Because when you want to do something, you say yes. You say let's go. You say, yo, we out of here right now. Say less. But when you say okay, it's pretty weak. The thing that intentional and serious men want from you is security. Because the last thing we want is for us to be leading you to something that you don't want to do. And you're just settling with this. Or you don't really want to hang out with us. So you say, okay. A serious and intentional man wants to feel that excitement when he throw things your way, throw ideas your way, in efforts to try to get to know you better. Once again, it's all about the energy and vibes of your words. And the last word I'm going to bring up, the fifth word that intentional and serious men hate to hear from their woman is never mind. Now, I was told that never mind can be 2 words in 1 word. It's one of those weird English words. So don't jump on my case, all right? But anyway, saying never mind. Once again, a word that can be utilized in so many different ways, but when it comes to this type of situation that I'm about to explain, you'll see why serious men do not like this. Say, for instance, y'all hanging out, and you're feeling some type of way about something he did earlier or something he said last week, and you kind of bring it up. So then he's like, oh, let's talk about it. And then you say, never mind. That is one of the worst responses you can make when a serious man is trying to have a serious conversation with you about something that is clearly making an impact on you. Like, this thing must be talked about. This man is serious about resolving this thing because he wants to get with you. He's trying to know you better. He doesn't want no problems with you. So this conversation must be spoken on because clearly it is bothering you. It's on your face and you brought it up for a reason. So the worst thing you can do or say is never mind, especially if you are with a mature man who can have a conversation. Now, don't get me wrong. I will say never mind to a person quickly if I know they cannot have a decent conversation. If I know they are always argumentative or trying to debate or someone who has no accountability, I will say never mind in a quick minute because I ain't even trying to waste my time. I'm not trying to take it there with you. I value my peace. So I get that. But we're talking about men who have common sense and men who knows how to have conversations. So going back to what I was saying, never mind is not a good word to say to a man who is intentional about you and serious about you because it breaks off any possible resolution to whatever problems y'all have. So all I'm saying is tread lightly and be careful with using the word never mind with someone who is serious about you. All right, so thank y'all for being here. Once again, the 5 words that I talked about today that intentional and serious men about you hate to hear is LOL, but, B-U-T, not B-U-T-T, nah, okay, and never mind. And make sure y'all check out the part 1 of my video where I talked about the 5 words that intentional and serious men love to hear from their women. All right, so I appreciate y'all for being here. I hope y'all enjoy my video of understanding the mind of men, decent men, good men, and I will see y'all on my next video. Peace and blessings. Goodbye.